Hi guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Wendy Irene from GiveLoveCreateHappiness.com. And if you saw my weekly oracle reading earlier in the week, I let you know that I got in an accident and that I would tell you a little bit more about it. But first I just want to say thank you for the love and the prayers and the positive vibes that I've received. I'm very sensitive to energy and that can be felt, and it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. So with the accident, it's really interesting because I actually had some wishes manifest into an accident, which I never would have expected it to happen that way. But that's life. It can be amazing and crazy sometimes. But I just want to say really quickly, because I have received messages about talking more about manifesting, that you really want to get underneath the wants to what the feeling is that you want. Do you want to feel supported? Do you want to feel loved? Do you want to feel taken care of or seen and heard, or whatever the feeling is behind what you want? That's what you want to feel in your heart and envision in your third eye. Really feel whatever the feeling behind the wants is. And then you really have to let go, which is so hard for us. I think letting go is one of our biggest lessons on the earth. But let God take care of the details. And some things can manifest very quickly, and some things you're just gonna have to turn over to divine timing and be as happy as you can here and now. So, for example, I bought recently a bigger rose quartz. Now, rose quartz is my go-to crystal because it's the love crystal, and I feel like being clairsentient and feeling things, that being my dominant way of reading energy, it's the perfect crystal for me to go to. But anyway, so I recently had bought a bigger one because I keep losing my rose quartz in my bed and in my pockets and in my sweaters and wherever I take it, or it ends up in the wash and then I can't find it. So I bought a bigger one thinking, and this is really inexpensive. This was $2 from a really cool store called 0 Point in Sandpoint, Idaho, which is a really awesome high vibe place. Sandpoint is a very high vibration place. Anyway, so I bought a bigger one thinking, oh, it'll be easier, I'll find it easier, and no, I still managed to keep losing it in my sheets and wherever. So then I said to myself, I need a rose quartz necklace so I can put the necklace on, and then I can't lose it, right? So 2 days later, I was in a place called Green Bluff at an orchard, and they happened to have one rose quartz necklace that was really inexpensive, and so that was a quick manifestation. So that can happen, but some things are going to take more time. But you just really need to trust in the divine intelligence that your greatest good is always happening for you, that there is a loving intelligence that wants really good things for you. And sometimes you won't understand all the answers right away. So you need to let go and trust. That's really all that you can do, besides believing for 100% that you will be supported and taken care of. So anyway, with the accident on the fall equinox, now this is really personal. This wasn't something I was going to share, but it goes along with what happened with the accident. I made a wish on a sacred candle that night that I would be a great healer. And I want you to notice that I didn't say become a great healer. I said be a great healer, because you always want to say it now. Now is a time that matters. Not if you say become, then you're constantly pushing it in the future. So I asked to be a great healer. And then I also made a few more wishes in the same couple of days. And those wishes were to love unconditionally, which is really hard if you think about it, because that really means letting go of all expectations or wants and just purely loving exactly as someone is without expecting anything of them, just purely loving them in the most beautiful sense. So to be unconditionally loving, I also asked to be non-judgmental I really want to be able to get rid of judging things. And I mean, I think it's okay to notice contrast, to say, okay, this is what I want in my life and this is what I don't want in my life. So that's okay, but I don't want to judge. And I really feel like an important part of that is understanding as human beings, we're all capable of everything. We are all capable of everything, like Maya Angelou has said before. All the good and all the bad. So if you can understand that, it really helps you to not judge people so much. And, you know, I feel like a really old soul. So I feel like I've probably done tons of the stuff and made those mistakes. And so I don't need to be here judging things. So I really want to get rid of judging. And whenever I do, I get smacked with it really quickly, usually because I'm so in tune with energy. I'll think something is stupid and then I'll be shown that I'm completely wrong. So, and then the last thing is I asked to shed my ego, which I know that sounds really big because it is. And there's very few people on this planet who have actually accomplished that. But that doesn't mean we can't have moments of doing those things. So anyway, when I got in an accident, it was such a sweet woman. She didn't see the stop sign. It really was hard to see in the trees. She wasn't from the area, and so I know firsthand, when you don't know the roads, it's a lot harder when you're trying to find your way to pay attention to all the details. And I just didn't have any time. Once she was coming across, we smacked hard, and my car spun and hers totally spun and took out a sign, and fluid was everywhere. And I remember the airbag hitting my heart so hard, and I was like, is my heart still beating? And then I remember thinking to myself, well, if I'm thinking, is my heart still beating, it must still be beating. And she had said that she had blacked out for a second when her airbag hit her, but we were so blessed that we were both okay, just a little bit bruised and banged up, but that's it. We had angels with us and we were totally, totally protected. But the best thing that happened was all of those wishes that I had just days before asked for manifested in that moment. Because in that moment, I was in complete acceptance of the accident and not wishing it didn't happen or not caring that it happened. I was just in complete acceptance. And all I cared about was just wanting to go and love this person that had crossed my path, to be able to go unconditionally love them. And so, you know, I didn't care about things. I didn't care about my car. I didn't care about the pieces all over the road or any of that in that moment. I just wanted to go love this person and be as healing as I could. So, and I got the opportunity to do that. I went over to her, and, you know, as awkward as it might seem because it's a total stranger, I gave her a huge hug and held on to her until I felt her energy melt. It was a big, long hug, and I could feel the release. And she looked at me and she said, "Oh, you must be a Christian," which I didn't get into explaining all of my beliefs in that moment. But it was just really amazing because I didn't judge the situation. I didn't act out of my ego at all. I was in complete acceptance and I was totally fine with everything. I really was totally fine with the whole entire situation, as funny as that sounds. And I was loving like I wanted to be, and I was healing like I wanted to be. So it was all of my wishes come true. And I like to think of it as a future self. You know, you think maybe if you get in an accident, you're gonna have like this like moment of life review or flash or something, but no, it was a future self experience, because I knew that if I could be all of those things in that moment, that I had the potential to be that all of the time. Now, I am certainly not like that all of the time now, but to feel what it feels like to be all of those wishes come true in a moment makes me realize I can reach for that. I can reach for that. The more often I can be that person that I know that I can be, the more amazing life is. So I got to really have a glimpse into being this person that I have the potential to be, and you have that exact same potential in you. And so I just really wanted to I wanted to express that to you, because what you wish for is very powerful. And so me wishing to be a really loving healer, as personal as that is to me, it was amazing to be able to be that. And so I want you to think about what you wish for in the world. And the other thing is, people have asked me, is there anything I need, or what can they do for me? And the only thing that you can do for me, if you are someone who cares about me, or if you are someone who loves me, is the greatest thing you could possibly do for me, that would mean the absolute most to me, is to go out in the world and be the brightest, most loving light that you can possibly be. And that'll mean more to me than anything. I would be so blessed to know that you're out there and you're shining your light as bright as you can, and you're loving as much as you can. And that doesn't mean doing these great, huge things all the time. It means recognizing who is in front of me in this moment, and how can I love them? How can I shine my light? How can I love the person in front of me, or this situation that needs help? How can I add positive light to it? Because this world really needs so much light and love. And the darkness is all an illusion. It really is a nightmare of our creation. It sounds really far out there to say that, but since we are here with the nightmare illusion of darkness, we really have to be the light. So if you love me, or you care about me, and you want to help because of this accident, please go out there and be the most loving person that you can be, and that would make me so happy. And so, because I'm totally into A Course in Miracles, and I'm going to be constantly sharing it with you, I have another card for you for today. And it says, in reality, you are perfectly unaffected by all expressions of lack of love. These can be from yourself and others, from yourself to others, or from others to you. Peace is an attribute in you. You cannot find it outside. So that means there really is no lack of love at all. All the love that you want from others or from yourself, it's all the same, and it's all inside of you. So you just need to go within to get that love. It's inside, and don't search outside of yourself. All the love that you need is within you, because that love is what connects us and makes us exactly the same. That is where our oneness is. That is where we're always connected. So remember that there is no lack of love. Go inside and you will find it. Thank you for joining me, friends. If you like this video, please do pass it on, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and come over to givelovecreatehappiness.com for email updates. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and look forward to seeing you again. Bye.